In a small garage, two dreamers built the seed of a revolution. A rainbow apple, bold, simple, unforgettable. 1984, one glowing screen broke the silence. Apple became freedom. Color returned. The iMac turned computers into joy. 1,000 songs in your pocket, music became freedom, and the world began to move with it. One device changed everything. The iPhone wasn't just a phone, it was the future, in the palm of your hand. With the App Store, Apple built not just apps, but an entire universe of ideas, creativity, and endless possibilities. They asked, why do we need this? And soon, they couldn't imagine life without it, a new way to work, play, and dream. On your wrist, technology met life itself. Time, health, and connection pulsing with every heartbeat. From a garage, to a kingdom. Apple Park, a circle of glass and steel, the living heart of a global empire. Apple reshaped reality itself. The Vision Pro wasn't just a device, it was a window into tomorrow. Apple isn't finished. This is only the beginning. The next chapter of innovation is still being written. In 1976, the story of Apple began not in a tower of glass or a polished headquarters, but in a quiet suburban garage. Two dreamers, Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak, worked day and night, surrounded by wooden tables, scattered wires, and the hum of circuitry. What they built was more than just a computer, it was the seed of a revolution. A spark that would ignite a future no one could yet imagine. Just a year later, a new identity was born. A rainbow-colored apple on a black background, bold, playful, unforgettable. It was a logo that stood apart from the cold, corporate symbols of the time. More than a mark, it was a promise, Apple would be human, creative, and different. People didn't just see a company. They saw a vision of technology that could belong to them. Then came 1984. In a world of gray conformity, Apple unveiled a moment that would go down in history. The Macintosh launched with a commercial unlike anything seen before. One glowing screen broke the silence, and suddenly Apple was more than a brand, it became a symbol of freedom, of rebellion, of possibility. The world realized that technology didn't have to chain us, it could set us free. But Apple's path wasn't always straight. After years of struggle, the company came back to life in 1998 with a product that redefined what a computer could be. The iMac burst onto the scene with bold colors and a translucent body that turned heads everywhere. Computers, once cold and intimidating, were now fun, friendly, and personal again. Apple didn't just bring back color, it brought back excitement. And then, in 2001, Apple transformed music forever. The iPod arrived with a simple promise, 1,000 songs in your pocket. For the first time, music was not limited to shelves of CDs or heavy players. It was light, portable, personal. White earbuds became a global icon, and with every beat, Apple gave people freedom. Music wasn't just listened to, it was lived. 2007 marked the moment that would change everything. On stage, Steve Jobs introduced a device that seemed almost impossible. A phone, an iPod, and an internet communicator, all in one. The iPhone wasn't just a phone. It was the future, wrapped in glass and steel, placed directly into the palm of your hand. It redefined communication, and in doing so, it redefined modern life. But Apple didn't stop there. Just a year later, the App Store was born. What seemed at first like a marketplace quickly became an entire universe. Millions of apps filled screens, each one a doorway to new ideas, creativity, and possibility. Apple wasn't only building devices anymore, it was building an ecosystem. A living, breathing world that connected people in ways they had never imagined. Then came the iPad in 2010. At first, many laughed. Why would anyone need this? They asked. But soon the answer was clear. The iPad wasn't just a bigger iPhone, it was a new way to work, to learn, to play, to dream. From classrooms to studios to living rooms, it created a space that people didn't know they were missing, and once they had it, they couldn't let it go. By 2014, Apple had already conquered pockets and desks. Now it moved to the wrist. The Apple Watch wasn't just a timepiece. It was health, fitness, connection, and style, all pulsing with every heartbeat. For millions, technology had never felt closer. It became part of their bodies, part of their lives, a silent companion with every step. As the products grew, so did the vision. In 2017, the world saw Apple Park, a vast ring of glass and steel, a modern coliseum for innovation. From a small garage, Apple had risen to build a kingdom. Apple Park wasn't just an office. It was the physical heart of a global empire, a living symbol of design, ambition, and the relentless pursuit of the future. And then, in 2023, Apple did what it had always done, it reached further. The Vision Pro headset arrived, reshaping reality itself. It wasn't just a screen. It was an entire world, floating in front of your eyes, blending the digital with the physical. With Vision Pro, Apple didn't just show the future, it invited us to step inside it. Now, in 2025, the story continues. The screen fades to black. A single silver apple glows. And the voice reminds us, Apple isn't finished. This is only the beginning. Every device, every idea, every dream has been just one chapter in a story still being written. From the garage, to the kingdom, to whatever comes next.